Hey guys, Ben here and welcome back to another video on The Flash Season 9. Today we're going to be talking about a very exciting teaser that has been released by one of the old cast members of The Flash. So if you do go on to enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like and a comment, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future DCTV videos later this year. So first off, I want to say Happy New Year to you guys. Hopefully you guys are having a good start to the new year. Like I said in my last video at the end of 2022, a big thank you to everyone that has been watching my channel over the years and obviously over the past year. And I want to remind you guys, if you don't know or if you do know and want to get any merchandise, now is the time to get it because it's limited edition. It's not going to be available forever, as when we get new designs in, we're going to be replacing the original set of merchandise that we released for the channel. Obviously it's all about the DCTV show, and so lots of you guys have been getting merchandise and I really appreciate everyone that has sent me photos. And so you can see on the screen, this is one of the members. This is Danny, aka Flash Freak, wearing one piece of the merchandise. So a big shout out to Danny and everyone else who has got some merch and supported the channel. But for now, let's go ahead and get into today's main topic. Okay, so we're going to be talking about this post by Keiynan Lonsdale. Now, most of you guys know Keiynan Lonsdale from The Flash. However, some of you might have listened to his music. He's been pretty big on his music in recent years. That is partially the reason why we haven't seen his character from The Flash on the show in quite a long time. Honestly, I don't remember the last time that he showed up. He did show up past him like properly exiting the show. If you guys remember, obviously he plays Kid Flash in the Arrowverse. He was over on Legends for a while, and that kind of explained his absence from the Flash TV show because he was kind of the Flash of Legends. But then he went away and we really haven't seen much of him since. And so lots of people going into season 9, as it's the final season, have been obviously theorizing about some of the characters that they want and think will return. Now, we thought Kid Flash would probably return in an ideal world. However, as I said before, Keiynan has been pretty busy. And so if I'm being honest, it came as a little bit of a surprise that Keiynan Lonsdale went on Twitter and posted a gif of some lightning striking, which is definitely a teaser for him returning as Kid Flash in The Flash Season 9. Now, obviously this could just be him posting it randomly, but I mean, this is an obvious tease considering his past with obviously Lightning and specifically being a speedster on The Flash. So I'm pretty sure he's going to be returning and this is what he's teasing. So maybe he is gearing up to go and shoot up in Vancouver for maybe 1 or 2 episodes as Kid Flash in The Flash's final season. That would be my guess, because when you go ahead and post online and you tease, like, it's normally for something you're about to do or maybe something's about to come out. Obviously right now nothing is coming out to do with The Flash apart from them releasing promos and trailers, but he wouldn't know about that. And as far as we know, he hasn't been up there shooting as of now, so they wouldn't have even had the footage yet. So this is a teaser, presumably for him coming back to The Flash. He's probably going to be filming. I don't know how substantial his role is going to be, but let's hope it's more than just a cameo, because this season of The Flash is gearing up to be definitely one of the most action-packed seasons of the show. So I'm very excited, and I don't actually know exactly what episode we're on right now in terms of their filming schedule, but we are heading into the final few episodes of the show in terms of their filming schedule. You'll obviously hear about it when the show officially ends, but now we're in January. They've been shooting the show for a while now, and I presume in the next couple months we're going to be done. Now, like I said, I really don't remember the exact end date of filming, so this could be way closer to the end of the season than I think it is, but as of right now, if I'm making a guess, I'm going to guess he's going to be in like episode 10, maybe 11, could be in episode 9, but I think they've shot 9 already. So I think episode 10 is a solid bet as of right now. We know that there is 13 episodes in this season, and so that gives him space if he wants to stick around, and if he has wanted to stay around, I'm sure he's going to stay until the end of the show, but we'll have to wait and see. So what do you guys think about this? Are you excited? I know a lot of Kid Flash fans have been asking for him to return for a long time, especially to The Flash, because like I said before, he went to Legends and they didn't really do too good with him. Like, he was a decent character and obviously he was like one of the best, but I don't think he kind of lived up to his full potential. But he was awesome when he was on The Flash specifically, so very excited about this. Let's move on to the next topic. So this is an interesting topic. This is on topic considering it's to do with The Flash, but it's actually about the Flash DCEU movie. And of course, one of the big things been going around in the last couple of months is the Ezra Miller controversy, right? So it's been made pretty clear by Warner Brothers Discovery that they don't want to work with Ezra anymore due to their behavior out in public and being arrested so many times, basically making it hard for them to sell this Flash film and to get people excited because there is so much controversy surrounding Ezra. So a big question that people have been asking is, how are they going to continue with Ezra's Flash? And are they going to continue with him, which it doesn't look very likely that they are. Beyond the Flash film, obviously they are going to release the Flash film because it would be a huge waste of money if they didn't do that. But beyond that, are they going to replace Ezra Miller as the Flash? And so who could be that replacement? Let's first off talk about, are they going to be replaced? And then we'll get into some potential theories about actors who could play the Flash. So in my opinion, I feel like they have the perfect opportunity to replace Ezra. And this is going to be happening in the Flash film. And as you guys know, the story of the Flash film is going to be centered around Flashpoint. Now, if you guys know Flashpoint from the TV show, from the comics, but mainly the comics, you know exactly what goes on in Flashpoint. It's all about Barry running back in time, saving his mother, and therefore it creates a new timeline. Everything is different, but it turns out to be way more dystopian than Barry could have ever imagined. And so with the help of Batman, who is normally Thomas Wayne because Bruce Wayne is dead in Flashpoint, Barry is able to escape Flashpoint and fix Flashpoint, but obviously there is some big repercussions. Now, it was used as kind of like a reset, similar to Crisis on Infinite Earths. You've seen that recently in the Arrowverse. They reset everything, basically starting with a clean slate. And so that was the main thing back when they did Crisis in the comics. They did it because they had too many Earths. They wanted to consolidate it down to like 1 or 2 Earths rather than having infinite possibilities out there. And so with Flashpoint, what they could do if they want to fix the Ezra Miller situation that they've got on their hands, Warner Brothers Discovery can totally just reshoot or kind of retool the ending to basically show that this version of the Flash was lost due to the timeline changes, and it's just someone else that has come out of that and is going to be the new Barry Allen, aka the new Flash. And so I think that is totally reasonable, and I think that would actually go down a lot easier than them just straight up recasting Ezra and basically having the next Flash film after that with someone else. That would be confusing for a lot of people because they'll be like, where is Ezra? We got no real explanation. They've just been recast. And so I think by making that different ending to the Flash movie, they could totally explain it away and give them a good excuse to replace Ezra because they don't want to deal with their public image obviously being so tarnished as of right now. So I would guarantee that they are behind the scenes coming up with ways to replace Ezra, and the new heads of DC Studios are going to have to deal with this, that being James Gunn and Peter Safran. Plus, with them joining, there was lots of theories going around and rumors that they are going to be replacing most of the actors and basically introducing a new roster of Justice League characters plus actors in a different way in their new DCEU. However, that hasn't been confirmed. Actually, a lot of it has been denied by James Gunn himself, but obviously this is one of the biggest dilemmas that they have about potentially continuing with Ezra, or do they recast Ezra and move on with a different Flash? Well, lots of fans obviously have their favorites to replace the Flash, and I have this article from the Direct. It basically lists some of the potential actors who could replace Ezra as the Flash. I'm going to read through them and I'll give you my opinions. Obviously, I probably don't know all of them, and I guess all of you guys don't know absolutely everyone. So these are just some ideas. I'll stick a photo on the screen of each actor just so you maybe recognize them even if you don't recognize their name. And so this is obviously just theory right now, but these are some of the top replacement actors that fans have been asking to become the Flash. Okay, so before I actually go into this list, I have to say, definitely my number one, and I think a lot of people's number ones would definitely be Grant Gustin to replace Ezra as the Flash in the DCEU. Now, this is obviously quite viable now, considering that the Flash is ending, and if they were to do a second Flash film without Ezra, they could totally go for Grant Gustin. I think this would be a genius move on the side of James Gunn and Peter Safran if they thought about going down this route, because everyone loves Grant, right? And he is an amazing Flash, he's an amazing Barry Allen, and so with the show ending, they have the opportunity to potentially have him show up as the Flash at the end of the Flashpoint film. That's how we get our little cameo with Grant in the Flash film, but then we have the potential for him to have future films, not just the TV show, as Barry Allen, aka the Flash. And I have to say, I think this would be the most acceptable replacement for Ezra Miller, considering that Grant is the Flash on the TV show. They crossed over before, basically establishing that they are part of the same universe. And although he doesn't have to replace exactly who Ezra's Flash was, so what I mean by it is not a recasting, it's literally just a different version of the Flash from the multiverse coming in and replacing Ezra's Flash who is dead or missing or anything like that. So I think that is the best pick, but we're going to go ahead and read this list of actors from the direct. Once again, you can read this, it's in the link in the description below, but number 1 on their list is Alex Wolff. Now, most of you guys know Alex Wolff from Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle. Also, he was in Hereditary. He is a pretty good actor in my opinion, and Alex Wolff has cemented himself as a rising star according to the direct. And so the actor's proven versatility should come in handy if he ever gets to play DCEU's Barry Allen, considering the complex nature of the character. So that is one of the people that they are expecting could be a replacement if Ezra were to ever be recast. I think that is a pretty good option. But let's move on to the second one. This is Lucas Till. Most of you guys know Lucas Till as playing Havoc in X-Men First Class and also in CBS's MacGyver reboot. I personally don't know much about him, but that is one of the picks for a replacement for Ezra. Okay, number 3 is George McKay, who you guys most likely know from 1917, a really great film where he played the main soldier. And so this would definitely be one of my favorite picks in my opinion. Let me know, do you think that George McKay would be a good replacement as the Flash? Okay, number 4, lots of you guys will know him. This is Dylan Minnette. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing his name right or wrong, but most of you guys will know him as Clay from 13 Reasons Why, and he was also in the recent Scream film from last year. So Dylan has a big fan base, and I could definitely see him being the Flash. He kind of fits the Barry Allen kind of structure. He looks actually kind of similar to Grant in some way, so I could totally see him being a replacement. There is another pick, this is Justice Smith. Some of you guys may know him from Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom, Detective Pikachu, and a few other films. I don't know too much about him. I'm not the biggest fan of his work in Jurassic World and Detective Pikachu, personally, but I guess he could be a good Flash. However, we have a number 6 pick. This is Stranger Things' Joseph Quinn. So obviously he played Eddie Munson in the show. I don't know how I feel about him being the Flash, but he's a good actor, so you never know. Alright, number 7 is Darren Barnett. You guys may know him as Wilfred Malik in Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. His role was very brief, and to be honest, I don't know much about him as well, but that is another option on the list. We also have Shameik Moore, who was Miles Morales in Spider-Man Into Spider-Verse, but obviously that was an animated film. He does play live action as well, so that's another pick, along with Nick Robinson, who you guys may have recognized from Jurassic World and Loving Simon, which was actually directed by Greg Berlanti, so that is linked to the Arrowverse. Fun fact. So yeah, Nick Robinson, he's a pretty good actor, as well as Dylan O'Brien, who is the number 10 and final pick that we're going to be going over. So I think any of these guys honestly could be good for the replacement, but like I said, I will stick to my opinion that I think Grant Gustin would be the best replacement. And I think if they went for any of these guys, I think it's better to maybe introduce a Kid Flash or introduce someone like Wally West instead of actually having a replacement Barry Allen, unless that version of Barry Allen, like I said before with Grant, is a Barry Allen from another Earth out there in the multiverse, because I feel like doing a straight up recast and trying to mimic Ezra is just not the best idea in my opinion. So what do you guys think about all of this? Let me know down in the comments down below. And once again, thank you very much for watching this video. If you did like it, please be sure to leave a like and a comment, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos. Also, you can click on the top right corner of the screen to watch my latest video. But for now, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.
I see red.